Buckle up, Jeremy, because we're going live in our sweaters.
If you want to destroy my sweater, oh, pull the string as I walk away,
We are pretty comfortable. Happy Sunday Fun Day, everyone. Welcome back to our weekly live stream.
Merry Stitchmas.
Merry Stitchmas to you
thank you.
as well. As
Thank
we get to hang out with you, read your comments in the live. If you're tuning in real time at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Are we in
This
real time
week-
right now?
Yeah, this week, Jeremy actually has his guitar. He didn't last week. Or did he? I don't know. I forget. Take it away, Jeremy.
Wait, who sang this ditty? Are you ready?
Yeah. The Gremlins. No Water After Midnight.
Howie Mandel. Did you know Howie Mandel was the voice for Gizmo?
No, I did not.
Oh, you
Look at
didn't.
that. You learn something new all the time.
Well, she learned something new. Don't you know it was cool? She went to auctioneer school.
And I didn't fail.
She didn't fail. She was telling us some tales. How she wanted to sell stuff and make it move.
You need space
I don't
for
think
the
I
inventory.
don't think I got that one. But I can maybe do this one. Let me see
He
what I
just
can do.
he just made that up on the fly.
Let me see if I can do this one.
Okay, go for it.
Well, we moved into a town, no one around, all to get away from the snow.
Thank you, Marcus, for the 31 months. Gigi, Grandma Gail.
Well, we put in a 2-inch line, everything was fine until they tried to steal all our dough. Mary was in town hall, couldn't do math at all, just kept calling the law.
Thank you, Anne.
Like what
Thank
Dan
you,
Owens
honey.
just told us to do.
I haven't read it yet.
Sending emails to work, hoping you confirm. No woman know about her flaws. Ryan and John, running their con, trying to get any money they can.
Asking for another $6,000.
Some
for the
things never
same
change.
thing.
Everything around them dies, then she fake cries. They'll end up by a river with no van. Especially after bankruptcy court this week. Well, there were signs all over town. Now they're taken down. Everybody knows who done it. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. They're living in a shed with no permit. Wait, are they in another camper that they took a loan out for during a bankruptcy hearing? Federal court? Even though Felicia says it's not federal court? Whoa, Felicia law! Well, that's interesting. Well, Zim was texting Jason, telling me racing, any permits for Tube Town. Now they got my seat and the campground is complete. Power permits will all be turned down. They're all making threats, especially Paliguano, huh?
Oh my goodness.
And
Don't even get me started.
Oh, I'm going to get you started tonight. And the fans are taking bets. Who's going to be the next in jail? Will it be the flea or the gnat? Is Guano going back? Wait. Felicia said Guano doesn't have a record. As a matter of fact,
She also says her significant other doesn't have a record.
his record is longer than a CVS receipt. That's how much of a record he has. We just know it won't be what the Hales. Just know it won't be what the Hales.
Give it up for
Sassy
Jeremy.
Mama.
Thank you,
We met Sassy Mama at the get-together.
Yeah, for Travis.
And, man, I'll tell you what, she is a sweetheart.
She
is
if you don't count myself and Travis traveling the furthest,
It was her.
she takes the cake.
Oh, my goodness. Speaking of cake.
Thank you, Michelle.
Speaking of cake.
Oh, her birthday is Saturday.
Oh, nice, Michelle.
Happy early birthday.
Wow. She's such a sweetheart, too. She
She
booked the
is.
condos, and you and Deanna and her got to go to barbecues.
Yeah,
And
Aunt Patty got to meet
Aunt
her.
Patty was in town as well. Oh, my goodness. So much fun times. So much fun times. Frankie, thank you so much.
Thank
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving to you as well, Frankie. Well, I see just Jay Hip.
Just a reminder, it's been a yearly tradition where What the Hales goes live on Turkey
Thanksgiving.
Day
Yeah.
at 5:30. So instead of a pre-recorded video, you're gonna
You
get
live.
us live in the flesh.
Sorry. Sorry.
Followed by an auction. Jeremy
is
and I
what it is.
we're covering for the team because it is the
Casserole
holiday.
is in there.
So we're gonna have a auction.
We're gonna do a
followed
live stream
immediately.
immediately followed by an auction. It's gonna be a good time. Not as good as a flea cap. Nowhere near as good as a flea cap.
AKA
but,
recap.
But Fleesa says that that me and Jay Hip, we don't get along.
You know what? That woman
It's
says
just not real.
That woman says a lot of things
Not true.
that makes no sense that people just question.
You know what? There's no question whatsoever that George this past week, she got an email from the state of Ohio.
I did on Monday.
You want to tell everybody what happened?
Oh,
Debbie, happy birthday!
70th!
Woo!
Woo!
I didn't even think I'd make it to 48. I can't even imagine 70. Wow.
That sounds happy 70th birthday.
You want to tell them about that little email you got?
I did. So the state exam for the auctioneer's license was last Friday. Thank you, Jay. And so
don't mind me. Don't mind me. Go ahead.
I'm gonna want a bite now.
Oh, you're gonna get a bite.
I want a bite now.
You're gonna get a bite.
And so there was 4 of us. We carpooled, and I safely got Lisa there, Conky there, Thomas there, and I wanted to get there early because I didn't know what traffic was gonna be like. And
chocolate down there.
We got
Not
there
the first time today, huh?
we got there maybe 3 minutes before 9 o'clock because the exam started promptly at 9.
Okay, there we go.
And
Oh, a little more chocolate. Keep going.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good. By the way, Deanna's favorite Little Debbie treat of all time are the white chocolate trees.
Today
but those are chocolate. I didn't know they made chocolate.
That's why when I went out today, I knew we had to celebrate. So keep going.
Okay.
Tell them.
So we were Jeremy told us that we were going to get 3 hours to take the exam because it was a hard exam. But when we arrived, we were told we only get 2.5 hours, and it had to have been 150, 160 questions. And so 2.5 hours was not enough time. The very last problem was multiple. It was probably the longest question where you had to complete a contract, you had to do an inventory, you had to do settlements.
3 minutes is plenty of time.
3 hours?
Misha. 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah, plenty of time.
And so that I rushed. I felt like there 2.5 hours was not enough time. By the time I answered the very last question, it was a minute before she told the class time's up.
Well,
so
the time is all yours now, George. You are an official licensed auctioneer. Misha, thank you so much.
35 years.
And we're celebrating. Go ahead. Blow it out, George. Blow it out. Blow it out. You said you wanted to. Oh, man, I'm dropping chocolate in your pants now.
You're getting it on my sweater.
Ah.
You're getting it on my sweater.
Go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
Right, I'm going to make a wish.
Okay. Ooh, what was your wish?
I can't tell you my wish because if I told you the wish, it wouldn't come.
Go ahead.
It wouldn't come.
Wouldn't come true?
And yeah.
Wow. That kind of hurts a little bit, George.
Oh,
I gotta tell you.
That coming. Thank you.
I gotta say that hurts a little bit that your wish wouldn't come true. For 7.5 years, you've been telling me that I always wanted my own chip, like Chip and Joanna. And I found you. My wish came true. I got my own chip. It's a Jeremy. And now
I'm like, where's the return policy on this man?
Yeah, exactly.
Did he come with the return policy?
Oh, well, Jay's coming for Christmas. I didn't know if you know that, but
do we go live every Christmas too, or just Thanksgiving?
We go live every Thanksgiving and every Christmas. We do it on every holiday.
I knew Thanksgiving for sure, but I couldn't remember about Christmas.
Yep. And so it gives us a break. So when I say that live streaming, I ate one before we even sat down.
Oh, okay.
When I say that live streaming is lazy, I mean it in the most polite way possible. When you live stream, all you have to do is press a button and you go live, and you can be in front of camera, talk about anything, do anything you want.
Yes, and the chat keeps
the energy
everyone
of the chat
engaged
helps.
and the energy. And
so it's the lazy man's way of doing YouTube. There's nothing wrong with it. And so pre-recorded is pre-recorded long-form videos is really what YouTube
you do have
is
to put a little
hungry
bit
for.
more
And
effort.
there's more editing, and it just there's a lot to it. And so we like to be lazy on 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 holidays. We like to be lazy. Georgie, thank you so much.
So after the exam, everyone was just, I don't know. I felt like I did okay. I didn't feel like I failed, but I also know that I didn't get 100%.
Oh, please, you came back and you're like, that was easy. That was so
I
easy.
didn't say it was
I'm like,
easy.
what?
I didn't say it was easy. I
'Cause
said the matching
hardest test
portion.
I ever took.
The matching portion was probably the easiest.
Listen, I've taken Hebrew and Greek test, and these were nothing compared to this Ohio auctioneer's
The
test.
only part in
It's
the
very
exam
difficult.
that was remotely close to what we were taught in class was the matching. That's it.
I tried telling you.
Everything else was reworded differently, different way, and like if you misinterpreted the question and you misread one single word, you get it wrong.
All right.
But I passed.
Well,
I got the email.
There are a lot of things
And
that
I
have
passed.
gone wrong for people this week.
And this was right after I found out right after the bankruptcy Zoom hearing, so that was good news.
Oh my goodness.
It was like
But
double good news.
There's so much that went right for us this week. The insanity.
Thank you for all the
early Christmas.
congratulations.
Early Christmas. By the way,
Okay.
congratulations, George. You are an official auctioneer. I'm very proud of you as you
Yes.
continue to grow in your professional career, and it's exciting. And so we've all congratulated George as far as the full What the Hale's team. And then I said, who's next? And Deanna was like, I think I might want to do it. I'm like, okay. George didn't have to do it. My auction license covers the whole team. But Christian's auctions license covers the whole team, but I wanted Christian to have something that he could fall back on as well if he ever wants to if he wants to go and do his own thing, which he has no plans of at this point in time, but I would.
Well,
like to
he
someday
knows that.
have them take over the
Yeah.
business and run with it, and then George for
Well,
professional
this-
development and
Well, and this opens up opportunities. Like someone reached out to us on our auction platform and wanted to hire me to do an auction for them, but in a different state. And unfortunately, my auctioneer's license is only valid in the state of Ohio.
well, your license is granted from the state of Ohio. There are other states that they accept it and acknowledge it. And
But
go,
I would have
yes,
to.
you
I would
fill out
have
some
to
paperwork.
fill out all of the paperwork
Which
to
is
do so.
the exact same thing she'll do in Florida. And we don't even need a license in Florida. But.
No.
Okay, so we got the best news ever this week. Are you ready?
Oh gosh, there was so much
There's
good news.
so
Where are you
much.
even beginning?
Oh, man. I want to just go to last night where every gift of morsel was given to us for court. But I think the best news ever is George is... Yeah, I even asked her. I was like, when we met, you were in medical career. You were in finances in the office in the medical field. And I was like, now you're an auctioneer. I was like...
And a chicken mom.
I was like, did you ever...
No,
you ever see this coming?
never.
And I was like, what's
Ever.
your son think? She's like, eh. And I'm like, man, I guess maybe I look back and I'm like, wow, look where we were and look where we are. And I don't know, maybe I'm more nostalgic in my old age.
So my son's excited for me. He actually wants to get his auctioneer's license as well. So he knows that he has to save up to attend class, and once he
it's
does,
not
then
cheap.
he will.
It's
No,
it's
not.
expensive. The whole
process
is expensive.
is very expensive. It's not.
It's an investment into your career.
But it's cheaper than going to college, which nowadays you don't even need college. Like if I were to redo it all over again, I often question should I have gone back to college and gotten my degree in business. And
Well, I think you
it
have a
helps.
degree in common sense.
It
Like,
helps.
I was a professor, an adjunct professor, fully accredited, master's level, fully accredited professor. And I used to tell my students, you don't need this. You don't need a master's. If you have common sense, there's a million ways to make $1 million. And so education, while I'm not knocking it by any stretch of the imagination, you don't need it to be successful in this world. All you need is common sense, and George has it.
No,
So,
not especially with a lot of the jobs that are available where you can work from home.
which is what we do.
And that's a
So-
bonus, being able to roll out of bed in
And then
your
she's
pajamas,
like, I'm rolling back.
put on a fresh pair of pajamas, and then go to work. Like
Or
that's
roll out of bed, unfortunately, poop your pants, and be like, oh man! And then you're like, wait,
I gotta call off.
I'm at home. I can just change my
A
pants.
tree fell on my car, and then
Okay.
there's a bunch of these on the car windshield.
If you guys haven't figured it out yet, this morning I had a little accident in my old age, and I trusted a fart, and I should not have. And George has been making fun of me every moment of the day afterwards today. And she promised me she was going to tell you about it tonight. So,
What?
all right, let's get into the good news. Let's get into the good news is George has her auctioneer's license, but man, so much as crazy has happened this week, and there's just so much good news. All right, you ready?
Okay, hit us.
All right, it's the I kind of feel like we need a little opener, a little It's time for a freak cap. It's gonna be a good. No. Okay. All right. Let's just jump right into it.
That channel will always be small. The only thing about that channel is the size of their audience.
Yeah, that is the. And she's talking about the flea. The two fleas that commit fraud. All right. Let's just jump right into it. Kim Dons, thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. So, Stupid Lame's brother, Stupid Bob, who's going to have some issues with YouTube here pretty soon, we get this legal insight from him. He thinks his word, this week he tells us, his word trumps the law. That no, Stupid Lame is not allowed to get mail at his house. All of a sudden, he thinks his word is higher than the federal government. Well, we'll see how that goes in court. Okay, we also get...
Put in a filing or something?
Let me just keep going. You got a timeline. Okay. You got a timeline. And we're running out of time already.
Half the stuff Jeremy talks about, I have no clue about.
20 minutes has gone already. And we got all this mail. We actually went into the mail. You see that right over there, all the mail. Palaguano says he's back with Olight. Now, the biggest question I have is, do they know? By the way, when they incited Fleesa and the others, they all incited everybody to contact Olight, and then also Deuce did as well. Not only did our verbal contract, we never put anything in writing. I don't write contracts. The only contract that I have in writing is with Whatnot. It's the only one I've ever written. But our verbal contract got severed, but so did his. And he goes live this week and says, "Oh, Olight is back." I'm curious, does Olight know that Palaguano is offering money to hurt people and their property? Do they know he's offering $700 to slash George's tires? Do they know he's offering $5,000, $6,000 for somebody to do bodily harm to me at any live auction, flea market, wherever they see me out in public? This is going to be interesting. Now, remember when the What the Hale's ecosystem, they all bragged about the $6,000 new Florida lawyer that's going to blow my mind.
Well, everybody's mind.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. They bragged about it for weeks.
Yes. That would have been the bankruptcy saran wrap. Look whose minds are blown now. Theirs.
They're backpedaling like this.
Woo!
I bet Lynette wants to withdraw for bankruptcy.
Pamela, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh boy, we're sitting here laughing, and their minds are blown, scrambling. What in the Hales are they going to do now?
Just happened?
What's next? What's next?
What the what?
What's next? Talking about bankruptcy, Deuce has destroyed Lynette and Crook's life with this bankruptcy. That's the reality. Federal court only would have given us so much access to so much of their life. Bankruptcy court gives us complete access to everything. Deuce, now just so we're all clear, Saran Wrap is Deuce's little errand boy. Saran Wrap is not working for Lynette by any stretch of the imagination. Saran Wrap is working for Deuce, getting instruction for Deuce, from Deuce. Deuce's instructions on all the delays upset the bankruptcy trustee so much that now she's going after absolutely everything of Lynette's, to the point she hired Randy Shockett as special counsel to go after everything. Now, there are some rumors out there that can't happen. That's a lie. That's a conflict of interest. No, it's not a conflict of interest.
Wouldn't the trustee have looked into that prior? That's her job.
The trustee is going after everything from Lynette. So is Randy. So are we. And the reality is the contract's already done. I saw it personally with my own eyes. Okay, so now
Your trustee called me
me personally. How stupid
No, it's
can these people?
genius.
What
No,
genius?
no.
I'm sorry, blew my mind. I was like, oh no, not saran wrap, not bankruptcy.
It was genius, and we thank you. We thank them. We
you.
thank them all.
Thank you.
The entire
so much.
anti what the hell's
Thank you so
ecosystem
much.
that
Thank
Dick's
you.
built.
Thank you. Thank you.
All the people that are
Thank
under his control.
Thank you. Thank you. And his contrived bad YouTuber story.
We're
Thank
definitely
you.
thankful for that. So on Thanksgiving,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna make sure
Oh,
we address that.
Yeah, we are. No doubt about that. Oh, I don't know. Speaking of dressing, lips. Oh, I should have said undressing. I'm sorry. Sorry. Lips. Lips deletes everything again.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
that's her MO.
I'm curious, are we going to get blamed for that too? Because Tat came forward this week with messages between him and superintendent of the school system, Windermere High School, the principal of the high school, and other individuals, HR and things like that. Remember how many people Fleesa actually blamed for contacting the school, and she also stated last time, if she ever gets anything wrong, she'll retract, she'll correct, she corrects everything.
How does she correct by saying, "Well, I never said that"? Is
correct?
that how she contracts?
I never said I'm PR. We are in fact PR for.
She created an entire website about it.
And we have all the clips for court. Oh my goodness, the people. All right. Now, speaking of Fleesa, oh man, Yo Mama So Fat jokes just started coming to mind. Anyways, okay. Speaking of Fleesa, she screams this week into the microphone. Screams! I've never given Michelle a dime. No kidding. That fraud is the cornerstone of federal lawsuit number 2. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness.
She continues to just tell on herself.
Like,
maybe she should do pre-recorded
yeah,
so that she can at least edit what comes out of her face hole.
Oh man.
Versus just going live, because when you go live, like once it comes out, you can't go back in and edit or re-say what you said.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe the evidence, the proof they've given us this week. I mean, the best news ever. This week has just been incredible.
Well,
it's like early Christmas.
She also admitted that the text messages between Guano and the other guy
are real. She admits it. Oh my goodness. By the way, there are victims coming forward in regards to what Guano has done. Now, there's many things that I know, Conky knows, Rob knows, other individuals know about Guano and what he's done, inappropriateness that we've never communicated, because it's not typically appropriate to communicate those things on YouTube. Listen, the only time we communicate these things when you come at us. If you come at us, you want to start something, don't worry, we'll finish it. And we're going to share the truth. And with that being said, I still think it's extremely important. There are many people who have come forward that Fleesa has defrauded, that Deuce has defrauded. We can talk about the $6,000 that was supposed to go to a Florida attorney. That's all fraud. That is a felony. Fleesa promoted it. Robbie promoted it. It's fraud. It's a felony. It is fraud. Felony. That is a crime. They will be charged. I do believe they will be going to jail as well. Now, there are other frauds that have happened, such as the barn, the stain, the memorial, and we could go on and on, right?
Those flags.
Oh, yes, the flags, Miyagi's banner. We got other people's banners. Yes, there's a lot of things out there. We're asking that you come forward, just message us, whatthehales@yahoo.com. We will do the best that we can in court to retrieve all your money. And that's where it's got to happen. We got to have it happen in court. And as Fleesa is screaming and yelling as she's slurping chicken skin that nobody's going to get into her finances. Absolutely. She is undergoing a very thorough financial audit, as is Lynette, as is Deuce, as is Robbie, as is anybody who was a part of this, giving money and taking money for Lynette. Okay, so again, real victims, come forward. If you feel you've been defrauded, you come forward. We will address this in court. We're going to do everything we can to get your money back. I mean that wholeheartedly. I don't care if you're somebody who hates us or not. I don't care that you don't like me or you don't like George. What happened to you is a crime, and what we will do is try and protect you from individuals who have done that to you. And so, whether you like us or not, we're going to do what we can to protect your money because you were taken advantage of, and it's not okay. All right, Lynette continues to defame me in her indigent status filing this week
Wait, hold
in
on.
Levy County.
Kim says she just got an ad for a flea collar.
Ah!
YouTube's listening.
Always listening. Always listening. Protect yourself from the fleas, my friends. Protect yourself from the fleas. Lynette continues to defame me in her indigent status filing this week in Levy County. Can you believe that? And she literally lies about the values in her bankruptcy filing versus the values in her indigent filing, as if the bankruptcy court is not going to get out. Randy has been hired, contracted to deep dive into all of this. And he's getting it in Levy County and he's getting it in bankruptcy, and they don't match up. Huh?
There has always been contradictions with that woman.
Oh my goodness. Such good news. Such good news. I can tell you the bankruptcy trustee is beyond. She's pushed to the edge beyond annoyance. Now people are going, well, can't Lynette get out of the bankruptcy? Nope. Deuce's genius idea, chapter 7. She cannot get out of the bankruptcy. The only thing that'll get her out of the bankruptcy if the trustee goes, I'm not dealing with this, or if the judge goes, I'm not dealing with this. Lynette can go and beg and plead, I don't want this anymore. I don't want. It's going forward. And now they've made the trustee mad enough that the trustee's going, it's going forward. Now, I can show you particularly parts of the contract if I wanted to, and I can show you that the trustee is going for all the land. But another day. We don't have a lot of time tonight. We got an auction. We got to give away some money. We got Stitchmas. We got timeline. We got mail. We got everything. All right, now George, I know you heard about this. Lynette is turning on Silver Scam. Silver Scam, despite Silver Scam being the only lawyer that ever did anything to protect her. I mean, this is just mind-blowing.
Interesting.
Mind-blowing. What Silver Scam negotiated on her behalf, which she 100% agreed to. Rebar, thank you so much for you, George. Thank you.
Thank you.
What Silver Scam did was got her out of Levy County Courthouse without paying $100,000 in legal fees. Now, Silver Scam would have been actually liable for 50% of that, so he got himself out of it as well. Cash horse, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now the plan is Deuce and her are going to sue Silver Scam. I have to ask this question, George. Who brought the thumbnail lawsuit case?
Lynette.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. What about Trespass 5?
Lynette.
Okay. What about the temporary restraining order? The temporary
it's
protective order.
Injunctions and.
All right. The temporary injunction. Who brought that?
She did on her.
Yes.
Yes,
She did. Dismissed it. And now they're talking about yet another lawsuit suing Silver Scam. They're going to sue Sean Martin, potentially criminal.
They've been saying that for months, almost a year now. When are they going to do it? She can't even finish building her home.
Can anybody say
after all these people?
Polyflop? Polyflop, polyflop, oh, polyflop, polyflop. Oh, my chair. I think I just polyplopped in my chair. Oh, I think I got a deuce down there, George. Deuce. Is there a deuce?
Depends.
Can you smell? Is there a deuce down there?
No, I will not smell.
Okay. All right. And Deuce goes on to attack yet another YouTuber this week.
Who?
Oh, his ego must be shattered. Now, if they could do something about his nose. Deuce goes on to attack.
I'm confused because Deuce says he doesn't have time to help Felisa.
Yeah, that's true. Or Lynette.
His own mess.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
He ran away. He's gone.
He quit on Lynette, so how's he going to find time to help her sue all these people?
George, he's on YouTube begging larger YouTubers to cover the story. Why he's in court going, Jeremy covered his own story. How dare he? That's going to go well.
What do you think the judge is going to say, or the jury is going to say, when they find out that Deuce begged all these people to cover his macaroni and cheese corrupt story?
Promised them money fame, exposure, views. Yeah, that's going to go over well. So Deuce attacks another YouTuber, Channel Meme News, who goes on to report the news that Deuce tries to slip a little something into the court. Not exactly legitimate. You got to stretch those margins out a little bit. Like Fleesa does with those elasty pants that she has to wear.
Her turkey pants.
Her turkey pants. Turkey pants. Turkey pants.
All year round.
Yeah. Pretty much like anything that Fleesa gets near it ends up stretching out. So Deuce tried to stretch it out on the margins as well. Got called out on it. And then Deuce is crying like a little baby. That Channel Meme News did a small video.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, well, you want to know what's even funnier? Dan Owens, he actually, now for those that who Dan Owens is, we have already filed a lawsuit against Dan Owens, the state attorney in Levy County in Florida.
He's one of the prosecutors in Levy County.
He's one of the prosecutors for violating our civil protection rights. They broke state law, they broke federal law.
And put it in writing.
Put it in writing. He stepped outside of what his normal position is, which means he is now liable. He wasn't operating within the realm of his position. He stepped outside of it, and he does not have immunity. Now, he files a response going, "I've got immunity," which he does not. He does not, which he's going to say anything he can, right? Just like Fleesa does, saying anything she can. Just like Deuce does, saying anything he can. Like Stupid Lame does, saying anything he can. Bonehead, anything he can. Anything. Guano, anything he can. Dodgy Robbie, anything. I'm scared nothing. Blue
Which
Dan
those
Owens.
papers are still on the ground from what I'm hearing.
Dan Owens. Dan Owens goes, "Why are you suing me? Why don't you just go ahead and sue Levy County Sheriff?
Oh my God.
They're the ones responsible." Yoink!
I haven't read his response yet.
Now, here's the funny thing. We are going to sue Levy County Sheriff. We're starting with Dan as the president to then go after Levy County Sheriff. We're starting at the top and then taking it down the pipeline.
Now, remember, he's the one that makes he calls the shots. Levy County has to go to him first for everything before they decide to move forward or
he
not.
Puts in his response, you should be suing Levy County Sheriff. Duh!
Yeah, but didn't he have an attorney write this for him?
Yeah, well, every attorney has a state attorney that represents them in this type of situation.
So do you think he wrote the motion and then the attorney just signed off on it like Stark?
No, that's not the way it works in the state. The state has representatives that represent you. It's very, very organized. Foolish what they're doing, but very, very organized. Okay, now, George, you know how bad Lynette has been saying for years, not just when she stalked us to Otter Creek, but even before that, how bad she wants to take a polygraph.
Oh, she's been talking about polygraphs for years.
I have to ask the question why. Because she would fail on the first question when they asked what her name was.
She, in her court filing, when she tried to get an injunction on Jeremy, she even asked the courts.
I'll take a polygraph. I want to take a polygraph. But I want to be.
She wanted the courts to pay for a polygraph.
Yeah. Insanity. She would fail the first question.
Page of
What's your name?
evidence.
What's your name? Oh my goodness. Now, last night, this is where it gets even more incredible for court. The evidence that came out of last night is just jaw-dropping. Like, it's, for those who haven't figured it out yet, Deuce and Fleesa aren't exactly getting along right now. As a matter of fact,
former best friends?
Yeah, former best friends. They just can't seem to get along. As a matter of fact, Fleesa continues to throw Deuce under the bus. Last night, she even said that Deuce should be paying for Lynette and Crook's Ohio lawyer. Deuce, I'm just saying.
I do have to agree with her on that part, because where did the over $1,300 go that he raised?
Well, let's keep going. Well, she literally admits in the live stream, which the world has recorded now and is all evidence for court. She admits she always knew what the game plan was. The game plan was to get the bankruptcy lawyer, Saran Wrap, to stall the federal cases.
She has announced that, yes.
Yeah.
She has.
That's
she has said that so that Lynette could spend more time doing other things.
Incredible for bankruptcy court. Oh my goodness, we have it all for bankruptcy court. Now, we already have John Crook saying, I just want to give a personal thank you to Deuce for coming up with the idea because the federal judge wasn't listening to us. Now we have Fleesa, part of the conspiracy, in on it, part of the anti-what the hell's ecosystem, literally admitting it. I mean, can it get any better? Number one, that will go to bankruptcy court. That's going to screw them over in bankruptcy court. Then it's going to go over in the federal court. It's amazing. In this live stream, Crook is in the live stream, and he wants a $6,000 loan that he promises to pay back for this Ohio lawyer that he needs for December 5th. He promises, George. Now, don't worry. George, I know you're worried.
The man can't even provide for his family and build an actual house.
George.
He allows them to live in a shed.
Oh, come on.
But he's going to somehow pay somebody back $6,000.
The man that Lynette says arps her financially,
yes,
he's going to pay it back. George, the man who poops in a bucket in a blue plastic outhouse illegally on the property, he'll pay it back.
With what? What the bucks?
George.
Is he going to pay back with a bunch of what the bucks?
The man who got another camper repossessed already, they'll pay it back. Don't you worry. That's a given. That's probably the best investment you guys could ever make. And Marli Hughes is so dumb, she was like, you know what? I'll put it on my credit card. I'll pay 24% interest. There's the intellect that we're with in court. I mean, can you believe this?
Why?
Can you believe
She doesn't even like Lynette, and Lynette doesn't like her. Why offer?
You know, peace offering.
I don't understand.
Peace offering, George. Peace offering. That's a safe bet right there. Yeah. When you're looking for an investment for your money, John Crook, it's in the last name, Crook. You can trust him. Okay. All right. And then Fleesa says last night that she wants everybody to give money to Lynette and Crook, which then upsets Bonehead. What?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
He got jelly?
Oh, not only did he get jelly, he was like, I'm out. I'm done. I am done. She owes me an apology. And then illiterate Tammy, tongue-twisted illiterate Tammy, then says, well, I think it would be a good idea if all the defendants in the federal case all pay for the lawyer in Ohio. Which Fleesa, as she's asking everybody in her chat, all three people who are actually there to watch her, and the other people who are there grabbing screenshots and evidence for court, Fleesa's asking them to pay for it. Illiterate, tongue-twisted Tammy then says, Fleesa, I think you should pay for it. And Fleesa shuts her down. Wow. So Fleesa's asking everybody to pay the $6,000 that Crook will never pay back.
For saying such ridiculous
Sure, it's
things.
coming soon. Well, there's probably a lawsuit coming for illiterate Tammy soon as well. But we'll get to that later. And so we've got Fleesa telling everybody give Lynette and Crook. Well, really, she's focused on Crook. Lynette is ungrateful, but Crook, he's a man's man. Crook is a hero.
Who said this?
Oh, Fleesa.
Oh, the guy who brandished a firearm at three people, and one of those people was an 8-year-old girl. That guy?
The guy who can't figure out where his firearm is, and there's a little child on the property playing with it. Yeah,
okay.
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one that
she must have really low standards.
The one that Lynette we have in writing telling us that he was selling pills to people in Northport. Yeah.
Oh, the same guy who threatened to use his pew-pew on Lynette and Lynette's mother.
Mother.
Guy?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one. Fleesa and Crook.
Her definition of a hero is disgusting.
Fleesa and Crook sitting in a tree. KSIS. Wait,
I don't
hold
even
a second. Wait. Tongue-twisted, illiterate Tammy, can you tell me how to spell kissing? Or even how to read it? Maybe Stacy Knapp. Maybe you can tell me how to read. How do you spell kissing? I'm not sure. All right. So this is probably the funniest part. Fleesa last night is telling everybody they got this great bulldog Ohio lawyer, and his original retainer was $10,000, George. But don't worry, now it's only $6,000. You know why it's only $6,000 now? Because all the evidence is prepared for him. Hold a second. George, who brings evidence in the Ohio court case?
That would be the
Us.
plaintiff.
Yes, that would be the plaintiffs
Yes.
bring evidence. The plaintiffs bring the evidence. The defendants defend against the evidence. The Ohio lawyer hasn't even filed for an appearance, nor is he going to until he gets paid. Has no evidence at all.
Hasn't even
No
filed for
discovery. No discovery. And once he finds out the hundreds and thousands of screenshots and videos, vast majority of them have to do with Fleesa. Yeah, I got a feeling that $6,000 just going over the evidence, literally just going over the evidence in Ohio court, that $6,000 is going to be burned up before we even step a foot in court. The insanity and the stupidity. I just can't wrap my mind around it. Oh, yes.
I mean,
And
didn't they say Silverman was a bulldog too?
well,
And now they want to go after him.
kind of scampered out with a
Or
lip
are they
and
going to
leg.
add this new Ohio attorney to their list of people they're going to go after because this lawyer is going to get duped just
I'm
like
guessing.
Silverman,
I'm guessing.
Stark,
Martin.
Martin.
Yeah, I'm guessing. And then probably the greatest gift in the world last night. Man, I didn't even know it was Christmas yet. Probably the greatest gift in the world last night. Fleesa amidst a third-party contact yet again. She is contacting the Ohio courts in a domestic violence court case where the only people that can get any information is the plaintiff and the defendants and their lawyers. And that's it. Nothing will be shared with anybody else. And now it's all on record. Not only that,
Well,
she's
let's thank
also...
her. Why don't we thank
Oh,
her again?
okay.
Let's publicly thank
Okay,
her.
ready? Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You keep
Yeah,
doing
you do
such a
you.
great job.
You do you, fatty.
Such a
You
great
do
job.
you, fatty. Should we DoorDash some Kentucky Fried Chicken over there?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Let me think about
we'll
it.
think about it. All right, we'll think about it. Oh, and speaking of fatties, Paint Chips still hasn't filed anything.
Why
That
hasn't that file
pathetic
dropped?
coward.
When's it gonna drop?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it, George.
Probably
I can't
around the
believe
same time his cojones drops.
Well,
When's that filing gonna drop?
I'm still waiting. All right, we gonna do mail or are we gonna go into your
We can do
timeline?
mail.
Do you want to do mail
Let's
during,
do mail.
or do you want to do mail on Thanksgiving? And then we can do your timeline. Let's do your timeline.
Okay.
Let's do your timeline. Let's do mail on
Alright.
Thanksgiving because we're gonna go a little longer on Thanksgiving. We're gonna go an hour and a half on Thanksgiving. We'll start at 5:30 when we usually release a video, and we'll do mail. We got a bunch of mail back here. Any mail that has been shipped and arrived at the post office from Friday afternoon to Thursday when we go live on Thanksgiving, we will not have. Christian and Patience are on
They're
vacation.
this week.
And I don't have any plans of going into the post office currently. I do have a major remodel on an apartment complex, and I may have to go in. If I do go in just to check up on that work, then I'll go and pick up mail. But what we have is what we have right now, and I will say Roman noodles sent a little care package. That,
I thought that's where the chocolate
Nope.
Christmas
Nope.
tree came from.
Now, remember when I got rolled out of bed and I was like, "Ah, it's a new day. Let's do this." And you're like, "Eh." And I was like, "All right, I'm going on the road." That was me at Walmart getting you a little treat,
Oh, well, thank
little treat
you.
to celebrate because I've been
Thank
trying to
you.
take George out all week. I'm like, "Let's go celebrate. You're an auctioneer now. You have a license."
Well,
Let's go
Monday's
celebrate."
horrible. Sundays are horrible. Mondays are horrible. Tuesdays are horrible. I'm just busy.
Well, we
have
were out
so
with
much to
Conky
do.
and Mayor Dan. What night was that? Couple nights ago.
Wednesday
And
or
then we did the
Thursday.
zombie walk last night, and George
It was
just
either
wouldn't let me
Wednesday
take
or
her out and
Thursday.
celebrate.
Like, there's certain days where I can get away to do things,
Yeah.
and then there's just certain days where it's like,
I wasn't allowed to
you
celebrate.
can't
for that
ask
week.
me that because I'm gonna be busy packaging.
Yeah, but if I say Olive Garden, she'll be like, "Food coma."
Uber Eats.
Okay. All right.
All right. So back to the timeline.
Thursday. Conky said we were out to eat Thursday.
It was Thursday. Yes.
So it was
Because
great
Wednesday I
seeing
was
Conky
with
and
my
Noreen.
son.
You know, and I will. 99% of the time we're joking. We love sarcasm. We're laughing. I do want to say in all sincerity, I appreciate Conky and Noreen's friendship more than I could ever verbalize, more than I could ever share with them. They are a solid foundation of a friendship. They're unwavering. and they see what's happening to us, and I hope it never happens to them. But they know things that have never been shared online. They know. And with all the horrific things that have been said about us, they've been right next to us, and they've been supportive and loving and generous and kind. They are special people, and I want them to publicly know I appreciate you.
Yes, we do have some
We
awesome
do.
folks in our
We do.
corner.
We do.
Conky says we love you guys too.
Thank you so much, Conky. And
All
Marie.
right. So the last time we did the timeline, we left off at this screenshot dated 12/7 of 22, where Lynette talks about how her oldest daughter, which her legal first name is Michelle, jumped out of her car, but the daughter will say that Lynette forced her out of the car, left her stranded in the middle of Chiefland with nothing. She couldn't even get her stuff. It's even in the police report when Lynette called the police.
Took all of her stuff just like she
Yeah.
did with Jamie.
And then told the police she was gonna burn it.
Horrific. Seriously,
Somehow somehow her oldest daughter found her way back to Iowa. I don't know how. Bunch of people I'm sure helped her get back, but her phone was dying, like she had nothing. So anyways, we left off at this screen shot where she sent this to another local.
Thank
in
you
Otter
so much,
Creek.
Ketchup. As long as there's ketchup at Thanksgiving, which we're going to my family's for Thanksgiving. We'll take a bottle of ketchup with us, but as long as there's ketchup, then we're gonna have a good
I
Thanksgiving.
don't know if I'll have time. I have to prepare for an auction.
Well,
so.
I know I'm going.
Okay.
We'll see if you end up there.
All right. So December 7th of 2022, she even goes on to say, honestly, we cannot finish the house. We have no money.
George.
So for
What?
every single
Oh, my
time
goodness.
Lynette tries to blame Jeremy for not being able to finish her house,
She
debunked right there,
just
December of 22.
put that in her indigent filing in Levy County that she can't finish her house because of her stalker.
She ran out of money December of 22, literally a year after she moved there.
Why does she call me her stalker? I do not want to be owned by her or anywhere near her.
Newsflash, we are the ones who have the civil stalking protection orders against her.
Oh, she's been found
She's
guilty.
the stalker. She has been found guilty. Her and Crook have both been found guilty of being our stalkers.
Well,
Not us. Remember, she paid Silverman 16 grand and then voluntarily dismissed the stalking injunction.
Well, George, trust her, George.
She even told the judge that she
There's a
understood and that's
strategy.
what she wanted to do.
George, Lynette has a strategy. Trust the strategy. Come on, and trust Crook. He'll give you that 6 grand back. That's a bet you can count on.
Also here, December of 22, she said if she didn't have the child, she would ask Jeremy and myself for a job.
Whoa! No, thank you.
Senile
No,
through
thank you.
are here. I don't know what that means. For a job, senile through are here. Ugh. That's her favorite word. Ugh.
For a job. We don't have polls.
First of all,
in Otter Creek.
We weren't even hiring back then. Second of all, if we would have still been on neighborly terms with her when we acquired the Ark, we probably wouldn't.
Would never,
hire.
ever. We
Secondly,
never even let them cross the gate on the 70
she's just
acres
too
because they're
unstable,
so unstable
unhinged.
and unhinged.
Very moody.
Even when things were good terms where we would just annoyingly put up with the insanity, we never, ever let them step foot on the actual property. We would never, ever consider her or anybody in the family.
She's just
for
not
employment.
mentally stable. Like, we don't want that chaos in our life. Like, she would have been a Debbie Downer every day, complaining about something. And especially John, she loved complaining about him the most. Right off the rip.
She loved talking about him getting offed.
Yes.
She wanted him to delete.
She wanted to use
insanity.
the child's Make-A-Wish to get rid of John off the property. Like, who does that?
Yes, I remember that.
Who does that?
The Make-The-Wish was
gross.
to get her. The Make-The-Wish she wanted for the child was to have John removed and gone.
Yeah, off the property.
Wow.
And so that was gross. All right,
very.
next screen.
Okay.
December 19th of 2022 she says, yeah, a few people said don't wash them. I think she's talking about eggs.
Yeah,
A few
chicken
people
eggs.
said don't wash them because they don't last long. So then, God, we have a few very clean dozen. I didn't have to wash, so they will last months on the counter. Eggs from store are at least 3 months old. Yuck. Tomorrow we're using credit to go buy doors and windows so we can close in the house. We're trying to get a hold of Sarah to see if her husband's crew will build the inside and for how much. Ugh. So I need to do a fundraiser.
Whoa! Fleesa!
She meant to say fundraiser.
Oh, wait. There's no fundraiser. I never did a fundraiser. Nobody ever said fundraiser. It was gifts given to me.
So this was a text message to the same person that lived in Otter Creek. Says, so I need to do a fundraiser, but I have no followers. First of all, that's not true. She had her turtle
She
rescue
had over
page
1,000 people
on
following
her,
on her
yes.
turtle rescue page when she got to Otter Creek.
And even then, she was like, out of all my followers, none of you want to help. Do you think turtles are ugly or something?
Ugh!
Yeah. Her own followers didn't even want to help her turtle rescue.
They were just there to watch the
shite show.
Yeah.
The chaos that she would post.
Welcome to the shite show. Every single day. Lynette and Crook.
Flavor of turtle soup.
Prepared for you every which way. It's Monday. Yuck! Tuesday. Ugh!
Ugh.
Thursday. I wish Crook would. Delete.
Mm-hmm.
That's Lynette. Lynette constantly saying that. First word she ever said to me was, I hope he died.
Yeah, she's a sick
like
individual.
The insanity of the things that come out of her mouth and what she says to a person when you first meet her. You should never say that about anybody.
Never out loud, at least. And she doesn't even know you. She didn't even know you. It says, I wonder if Jeremy and George would help me out by sharing us with their followers.
Well, they got the promotion they wanted. And they're being sued. And those people that continue to fundraise and promote her are being sued as well. Congratulations. Now, if there's anybody else that wants in, just let us know. We've got some more openings for some lawsuits. You know, because polyflop.
I so want this rescue to work. They need it so badly, tortoises. And I want H to have something to depend on. I have the idea, I just need help getting it out there, like a raffle kinda or something. Auction may work, and one lucky person will get the gold and diamond pendant. The bracelet from Pandora. Some will get sterling silver. And I have those gemstones that were looked at by jewelry store uptown, and they are real. If they helped me, I could probably do very, very well and pay for part of the house and finishing the tortoise pens. So here she's relying on us using our fan base for financial gain. And that's what we've been saying long before these text messages were ever shared with us.
Yeah, the insanity. The insanity.
All right, next.
Okay.
So here's another here's a video of us in Vegas. This was dated December 31st of 2022. We traveled. I booked a one-way ticket.
Wow, babe, look at the views we used to get compared to what we get now because of what the Hale's ecosystem has done, destroying our business, which they're going to be held responsible for. Last year alone, we lost $1.5 million. Now, you may be thinking $1.5 million, that's a lot of money out of your pocket. That isn't in my pocket. That's expenses. That's income that pays expenses to run businesses. So all the same expenses, increasing expenses, minus 1.5 million times what we could have done, times year after year after year after year is what they're being sued for in federal court.
Yeah, we were successful long before we even knew who Lynette was or who that unhinged woman was. And so for Deuce to come in saying that we're doing this for YouTube, or for her to parrot him and saying we're doing this for YouTube, how? We record our lives. She wanted to be a part of our lives. She moved across the street to be close to us. Jamie even told Jeremy that. And then Jamie shared the text messages to prove it.
Tizzy says, man, those were the days. They were. They were.
So here we did a helicopter tour in the Grand Canyon. Again, this was December 31st of 2022, while Lynette was watching all of our videos because she knew exactly where we were going. We didn't tell her where we were going, but you'll see it in upcoming text messages that she sent.
Couldn't stop talking about where we were
Oh my
going,
God, the
what we were
jealousy
doing
just
in our
oozing
lives.
out of her text messages. And
Yes, Megan, she thought she and her entire family were going to end up working for us.
yes.
And that would never, ever, ever happen.
Mhm.
Now, what will happen is everything they own will end up coming to us. So how'd that work out for her?
All right, so New Year, January 4th, 2023, another text message to the same Otter Creek resident says, "Hello, hope this finds you having a wonderful day." Again, this is January 4th of 2023. So we had a builder out yesterday, and to frame everything in not includes materials, he wants 15 grand. I'm only going to have 7 grand so far. I need to
15
raise
grand? No, you can't hire. You remember when Marla was saying such derogatory things about the Mexicans? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. And
pretty
Fleesa wouldn't
gross.
hire the Mexicans for 10 grand? Oh my goodness. The
So
horrific things these people, these bigots say about different cultures and race. It really rubs me wrong. Really rubs me wrong.
says, "I need to raise like $8,000, but just don't know how to do it. I so wish I had the courage to ask Jeremy if they could help me do a raffle or something. But I'm way too embarrassed and don't want them to think I want to use them." But that was her whole strategy.
That was the whole strategy from the beginning.
That was her entire strategy, with no friends, no family. Remember, she told her Northport friend, "I have no friends, no family up there, but their strategy and what I'm going to do."
And this is another Otter Creek resident that she texted this to, and then that resident gave us all the text.
Yes. Says, "Crap. They just have such a large fan base. It would get out go so many people. I have thought about it and it could work, but I don't know how to get it out to a lot of people. Ugh." So again, this is all part of her strategy.
Hold a second, George. The aspect that they're using us for money isn't the biggest thing that I see in this text messages. It's at the bottom where she's going to kill the dogs. We will shoot them.
Says, "Jeremy just messaged us. There is 2 big pits on his property. We will unalive them. We will pew at them if they come here. We just have to."
Oh, remember, this is an animal sanctuary.
Oh, yeah.
Animal sanctuary.
Crook's the hero. Yeah.
Crook's the hero. Providing for all the animals. Crook in the ark over there.
I think
2 by 2. Come on, pits. Pew, 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 pew.
It's sad for the dogs. Instead of just scaring the dogs away, why does she have to use her pew?
Why she got to fill them with lead?
Yeah. So again, this was all part of her strategy to use our fan base. And again, we already put 2 and 2 together before we even knew these text messages exist, based on what Jamie shared with Jeremy by saying Lynette moved here to be close to you, as Lynette was standing next to him.
Day one.
The day he took the tractor over there.
She emailed us and said, "I'm your new neighbor. Can you bring your tractor over?" And then she's lied in court filing saying, "I saw him on the road. I flagged him down. I didn't know who he was."
Who they were.
Complete and total lie.
And she even had
emailed
about it.
She emailed. It's in writing.
No. Otherwise, you had no reason to take the tractor off the ranch.
Yeah, we didn't own any other property to take the tractor off the ranch at that time.
All right, here, Monday, January 23rd of 2023. She says, "Man, I'm jealous. We have cold weather and Jimmy in Georgia in Hawaii." She uses talk to text. It's supposed to say Jeremy and George. Because we ended up leaving Vegas, and then we went to California, and then we ended up in Hawaii.
Yeah, I wanted to see the live volcano. Which, by the way, we never communicated any of this with anybody except ourselves.
Because we booked a one-way ticket. We didn't know what we were doing.
She watched all our videos. Even though she told the court, "Just because I watch a video doesn't mean I'm..." Remember, she has only watched 1, maybe 2 videos.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm a stalker.
All right, last text, and then I got to get ready
Yeah,
for
you gotta
our
go.
live auction. Says Jimmy in Georgia and Hawaii. That makes me crazy. LOL. I'm so happy that they get to go to all the places that they've gone in the last month, and we're sitting here in the freezing cold.
She doesn't watch What the Hales.
But the tortoises need tropical weather. Why did she bring tortoises in the freezing cold?
So that they could be attacked by pit bulls and they could go pew, 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 pew. Because Crook is a hero.
Hero. Boo-hoo to us, right? LOL.
He's gonna give you that $6,000 back. Don't you worry. Crook will give you that $6,000.
And the person in Otter Creek didn't even know. Says LOL, I didn't even know. Because we didn't tell anyone. We just booked a one-way ticket and was like, we'll just figure it out as we go.
And frankly, the person that she's texting is a very close good friend of ours, and we did not tell that person.
No.
We didn't know where we were going.
Because we didn't even know. Anyways, if you have any former best friends, but you want to brag about having current best friends,
yeah,
we're launching best friend bracelets on our live auction. That's available on our
Megan Fox and Rosalind Duke are best friends.
If you're into jokes and gag gifts, we got some toilet paper that we're launching on our Buy It Now. There's a joke on every square. On every square of the toilet paper, that's available.
That was a funny joke this morning that I pulled on you. I was cuddling her and whoopsie.
And we're also giving away $100 on our live auction.
Venom, thank you so much.
Guys on the live auction.
All right. What an incredible week of evidence, gifts just literally handed to us. And we got gifts to hand out to you guys tonight as well. We're going to give $100 away. We've got a ton of fun coming up on the auctions. If you haven't joined us on our auctions yet, please, it's in the pinned comment, and we're going to have...
taking this one?
Yeah. We're gonna have a ton of fun tonight. So this week we're gonna have videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Lord willing, and Thursday we'll go live at 5:30 so we can spend Thanksgiving together. Georgia's moving stuff everywhere for the auction. We're gonna spend Thanksgiving together as a YouTube family. Some of you guys we've never met before face to face, but man, I'll tell you what, we know your personalities and we love you. And so your support and your generosity, your prayers, it truly means the world to us through all these horrific things. And I share this in all sincerity. Lynette and Crook have not only damaged themselves, they've damaged many, many, many other people as well, whether it be family, whether it be friends, whether it be relationships breaking apart because of the disgusting, horrific lies they've told. It's not okay. It never will be. And we will do everything we can to hold them accountable in the legal system to make sure they never do this to anybody else again. And that includes Fleesa. And that includes Dodgy Robbie, and that includes Stupid Lame, and that includes Bonehead, who thinks he's more righteous than anybody else as he continues to break the law. That includes making liable simple MLS, and that includes everybody else, Marla Huge. That includes them all. That includes Deuce. We will make sure they're held accountable. Now, when I think most of you want to know, all right, what's going on with Guano? As far as what we've been told, the sergeant over all the detectives in the city of Lorain Police Department told us that the prosecutor was out this past week. It's on his desk, and then he will put out the warrant for arrest. And then if it didn't happen Friday, it would happen this week. So we will see what happens. We'll let you know as soon as we know, but the reality is, as soon as we get back into Florida, pile them up. Pile Guano and others in Ohio are being sued in the state of Florida as well. And Brian and Tina Haley, our next door neighbors, are also being sued for property disputes. So that is happening. As soon as we get back, Randy is ready with the filings. I just got to get down there. We're going to sign them. We're going to put them in the court system. It's unfortunate that people want to be this way. It's unfortunate people can't be happy. It's unfortunate people got to be jealous of successful people. Let's jump over and have some fun instead of dwelling on it. Let's go have a great auction. Stay weird, my friends. And yes, we're auctioning off our crazy awesome sweaters as well. Stay weird.